I used to be a punk. Now I'm a good boy, I guess. So yeah, the idea of like being punk is like more related to freedom. In my situation was like more political. So we used to fight a lot against like some governmental issues, or like some stuff usually related to our economy or whatever was happening in our city. So I always saw it as a political way to express you, but being more like being more there, like more more hands-on. You know what I mean? Like trying to go there and literally go to the streets and scream what you think about.
I think it's feasible because I mean there is 2.5 locations in this film, and I mean they can coincide with one another. I mean, it'd be a really easy place to shoot. This would probably even be Lee's Palace. I mean, they're open for things like that. Casting for this would be awesome. I mean,
Sure,
you have powerful women characters and powerful male characters, and they're all young and they're diverse. And so I mean, this is one of those things where, like, there's only one constraint on casting an actor, and that's a female black woman. Once this is brought out there that we're making this film that is pure punk, there will be quite a few punks who would be interested, especially with the connections we have.
To be there.
So, you know, celebrate the glory of the 80s punk. Come on, why watch?
Well, which punk would not want to do that? That's the truth. Yeah.
I think the turning point for Kennedy is actually when Andrew comes up and talks to her.
There's a point that Andrew will start to invade her, like her personal life, like by trying to be like friendly with like Jim and her and like Murphy. So she started to feel like it's like personal for her, and she started to change like all those feelings, like she tried to put it out, right? Until the end,
Not be so complacent, you know. So
Yeah.
Like she could be compliant before when it wasn't affecting her directly, and now she can't anymore.
Exactly.
It's right in her face.
And at the end, she literally like just punched that guy out. She put it out of her body like punching someone.
They just took it right out of her, threw it right in his face where it
Yeah.
belonged.
Yeah, because the tension in this kind of, especially those kinds of venues, like at that time was pretty like intense. So young people, they come out to try to understand themselves, right? So, and we have like a lot of like situations as portrayed in the movie, like where we can see that he's trying to belong somewhere all the time.
I think everybody in this film kind of has a role to play, kind of in the separate stages of life. I mean, we've got Jean, the young kid, then we've got Kennedy, who's kind of, you know, grown into her own life, but hasn't reached that next level of knowing like who she really is. And then you have Murphy, who's just this wild cat throwing punches, knows who she is, knows where she's been, and knows where she's going. And I mean, these are the 3 stages of life portrayed by very diverse characters. So I mean, you could take a look at this as kind of like one whole body, and then in 3 parts kind of a thing.
For the apartment, it's gonna be more soft, like because they're trying. It's like in a friendly like space. So but at the same time, it's gonna be more cold because Gene is going like to change. It's changing his mind to become a skinhead, right?
Bear, right? Kind of like a void.
Yeah.
Portrayed by lighting.
But like, but during the venues, it's gonna be like since like it's a very intense kind of like situation. It's gonna be like very strongly like hard lighted. My idea of the pacing for the movie is gonna be more like intense, like gonna be fast. As I can remember, like a good example is Justice Stress, which is a video clip which shows like this very like intense moments of people like fighting or like doing this like kind of violent mood in the movie.
One of the most important things about punk is punk music.
Yeah, true.
We have a lot of Toronto-based artists who
would love to participate on that. Yeah, we're gonna use those bands to do punk 77 style, which is an older kind of punk. It's less noisy, and it's more like lyric oriented. So we can also like use the lyrics to express something about the character itself.